Oh man, really been enjoying the Shadowlands expansion so far. Just time to relax and do some fishing. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Nah, I don't think so. Wait, what the? It's the 5th of December? When was my last video done? It's been 2 weeks? Oh no. Before we get into today's video real quick, I just wanted to thank you all for the immense support you have shown on this channel. We actually have hit 200 subscribers on the channel, and I know that that may not be an amazing feat to some, but for me as just a small content creator, that actually makes me really happy to see that. And so this is a thank you to all of you guys that have supported the channel. Without further ado, let's get right into some God Wars Dungeon. This is my second KC at Krill. We actually got a Steam Battle Staff, but that is probably not the most important thing that comes from this trip. It is the Zamorakian Spear from a minion on 2KC. So we had finished up Bandos fairly early, sub 30 KC, and I decided to come over to Krill and try my luck for Staff of the Dead, because my ultimate goal would be Staff of the Dead, and then over to Commander Ziliana, Saradama God Wars Dungeon, and just melee her using the Staff of the Dead spec. And so, I mean, having a spear isn't that bad, but it is not my preferred drop, not the one I'm looking for. But the game has something else in mind, as it is our second spear on 42 KC. I think I'm going to take a break from doing Krill off task and just do it on task, because I mean, the Rune Full Helm and a Black Mask are pretty much no different, and I'm just missing out on some extra bonus damage and accuracy that I could be getting. Got a Mytho Dragon task, so I'm having Homeboy turn one of my spears into a hosta that I can use to stab those dragons. 4 hard caskets. What are we gonna get? Ooh, got some God Van Braces and some Sarah Boots. That would actually be pretty nice. And a Master Clue. I don't care about the Cavalier. I'm gonna guess it does count as unique. That's not too bad. Got Tsarkat Ohm Kit. That's kind of lame. That one is even more basic bitch. And a Rune Full Helm trimmed, which actually I think that will help me out for the emote clue in the Zogre Flesh Eater's place. Awesome. Taking a quick break from Krill, trying to get a task for it right now, and we ended up happening over a Kraken task. So now, instead of going to the boss right away, I'm gonna try to get a Trident real quick, because that should make the boss a lot faster than doing just Slayer Dart. Got my Bracelets of Slaughter on as well. We're just trying to speed this up as quick as we can. Met a pretty chill dude while I was here at Krakens as well, and we got our first drop coming in from the baby Krakens. Not what we wanted though, that is a Kraken Tentacle. To be honest, I can't complain about it, but I would love to have gotten the Trident instead. That's a 1 in 400 drop rate, I believe, from the babies, with the boosted ×3 multiplier. That's gross. For a quick reference, the Trident is 1 out of 50, and that Tentacle was 1 out of 400. Ah, there we go. That is our Trident. Finally, that took a lot longer than I actually thought it would for a 1 out of 50 drop rate, but we got the Trident equipped. Now we can actually go do the boss. First I need to charge it though, because the ones from the babies drop uncharged, where the ones from the big boys drop charged. Got my sexy ass Burdu shield on. We're about to get our first ever big boy Kraken kill. I wonder if I'll get as lucky on this boss as my main did. This fun fact is actually the first ever pet that I have ever gotten on RuneScape is the Kraken pet. I got it on my main account at about 700 KC. And although it's not my favorite pet, you still got to respect that it is my first ever pet, and that holds a very special place in someone's heart. Well, 42 KC, that is a second Tentacle. And we've already gotten another Trident as well, which that's what I'm using. I didn't feel like recharging the first one since this boss does dropped full charged ones. I mean, the Tentacle's not that hard, boys. Just get the drop. 50-50. Poor Bagel. Last Kraken kill on the task. That's our task complete as well for Chaos Runes. No pet. Feels bad, man. Alright, let's get out of here and get another task. Alright, Steve, don't cuck me. Oh, greater demons. Alright, it is back to Krill we go. 3rd spear. 4th spear. Okay, I'm officially out of food. Back to minnows. Another spear. I think you guys are starting to get the idea. This is a spear simulator game, not a Staff of the Dead simulator. Ran out of greater demons to kill and decided to go task fishing for another task. Got a Tassar one, and I didn't feel like killing Jad. I don't know why. I was just kind of like, I'm in the mood for Tassars. I do regret it. I should have totally just done Jad for the task to kill 5 of them, but we just got a shield. And now that's an easy point. My main thinking behind this was, I can just go get some obby items, but I mean, these things are so easy off task anyways, I don't need them on task, I can just kill them off. Alright, one more hit should do the trick. That is all of the vampire quests completed. That took about 3 hours to get all the way up to Sins of the Father and complete Sins of the Father. Not too shabby. But with that, we now have access to the Sepulcher, which has a ton of points inside. Blood Fury, which is the main reason I did all this. I was sick of getting vampire tasks and wanting to go farm Blood Fury Shard, but not wanting to do the quest, so I just decided to sit down, knock it all out, and now that I have a task for vampires, I can start working on farming a Blood Shard, which is pretty nice. It'll really help me out when I start Theater Blood, as that's one of the items that I really want for Theater Blood. Since being a learner, I'm kind of intimidated by it, and I feel that I need every little bit of help that I can get. You know, these things are actually not a bad task. You just sit here AFK, you don't even have to pray melee. With Piety and Draining, it's completely fine. If you do eventually run out of prayer by bad hits or bad draining proxy, there's an altar 2 feet away. Then you never have to reset aggro because they're always aggroed on top of you if you don't have the virus set on, which is nice. I'm also collecting some dust for my inevitable Sepulcher grind, as I don't want to come back here and get more. Finished up the vampire task, and we're here trying for the 25-minute Jad completion. Unfortunately, I don't think that we're going to be able to get it this time. No, we're 5 seconds off? Oh, come on. Well, I mean, I guess that could be the difference of using the Tent Whip versus the Hosta. I didn't want to use up the charges on it because I only have 1 Abyssal Whip, and I kind of made it into a tentacle. So I'm stuck using Hosta. Well, I guess if anything, we can use this cape to go unlock the Inferno and jump inside. That'll be a 250 point task, which would be pretty nice for the points. It has also come to my attention that I was using the Draken Medallion that entire fight cave instead of my glory. Oh my god, I am such an idiot. Well, my next task was Hellhounds, and so we are here at the Big Pupper. Hopefully I can get some Primordials. I'm going to go get some slaughters after this, and we're going to slaughter up this boss so we can try to extend it as much as we possibly can, because I do not know how dry I can go. I've been hearing horror stories on Reddit, people like 900 plus 1200 kills of this boss without even seeing a Prim Crystal. I think there was a dude with like 3000. I mean, granted, there is Slayer Relics, so they could just keep picking this boss over and over again, so that makes it that much more difficult for me being a Clue Relic. I have to hope to get this boss, so here's to hoping that we do not go dry on this. But that was a 250 point task for killing that bitch too, hell yeah. Closing in on our final kill of the task. Unfortunately, we did not get a Primordial Crystal. We have gotten 2 Pegs, 2 Smolderings, and an Eternal. We've gotten every other crystal but Prims with 2 duplicates. That kind of hurts a little bit, but we are still way under drop rate for these crystals. We're at 161 and gotten 5 of them so far, so can't complain quite yet. The complaining will come later. Alright, here we go. I'm ready. This is my first ever Theater Blood, like ever. Like not even in the main game have I theatered. I've watched very little of it. I'm a fairly fast learner though. Hopefully this doesn't go too bad. We're doing it in a 4-man with 2 other learners, or maybe just 1 other. It might be 2 learners total. Shout out to the homeboys in my CC that have been willing to take me. This may not go as planned. No, fuck off, Jur. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to buy your bad juju. Alright, here we go. I believe the first boss is Maiden. And I'm dead. Okay, so first death. That blood really hurts. Oh my god. Okay, well, hopefully that doesn't drag down the team too much. I mean, I'm pretty much dead weight. All that blood you see around? Yeah, that's probably because of me. Yay, we did it. First room down. Like 17 more to go. Woo! I am really surprised that no one died to this future version of me. So that is second boss, and we had no deaths. That's progress. We're on to the big bad spoopy spider room. Okay, we wiped. No big deal. I learned a lot. That's for sure. That room is not fun. you definitely can get overwhelmed really fast. 2 of the people had to bounce. I entirely do not blame them. That was pretty awful, but I feel like I learned a lot. And even if we didn't get a chest, or didn't even get a completion, it was still pretty fun to go. We are going to go do some Nightmare though, real quick with some of the survivors of the top team. So I had to go make the Wrestle and Balm in order to go buy them from the Ogre dude. You got to go make one with the Rogue's Purse and the Snape Grass thing from Karamja. And then he'll be like, oh hey, I can sell you these now that I know how to make them. And so with these, I don't have to make Samphuseriums and try to grind out Nailbeast nails or grind out things that drop them. I can just go buy them whenever I want. And they still function just as Samphuseriums. They don't restore prayer though. It's a weaker version. But they still work with the Parasite, and so I'll be using these. And we're going to give Nightmare a few shots. Hopefully we can get maybe like an early KC item. That'd be pretty cool. First Nightmare KC coming in here. This really isn't that bad. I have a lot of disdain for this boss because she cost me 300 mil in the main game. But it is kind of my fault. So, as she's not too bad to kill. It can be quite annoying and repetitive. But that is a Nightmare completed. And I don't know how much longer I'll stay here. Currently in my gear, I want to get like even a normal whip or a tent whip. Ideally, a bunch of gear upgrades first, like Rapier, Avernic, and all that stuff, Torture, so that I can get more MVPs and hopefully get a higher chance for drops as well. But I think that is going to wrap up this video. We got a lot of progress done for Godware's Dungeon. We have Cerberus unlocked as a Slayer task now. We got one of those done. Unfortunately, didn't get prims. We have seen Theater of Blood, at least half of it. We haven't completed it yet, but we have seen it at least. And I mean, that's half the battle, is knowing what to do. We have got a Nightmare kill. I feel like this account is progressing quite a lot. I want to get some more gear upgrades though. I want to get Primordials done. And I want to get serious into Theater of Blood. But I think we're going to save that for the next episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. I do, again, apologize. I have been sucked into the void that is World of Warcraft. But nevertheless, these videos will continue. I am not yet done with leagues. And this will be the last Nightmare kill. Ah, damn. Well, 11 KC, no items. Unfortunate, but without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed Cellsty's adventure, and I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out!